Descent to Darkness. Tyler, a seemingly ordinary teenager at the tender age of 17, stood tall at 6 feet. His physical stature, however, betrayed the complex storm of emotions raging within him. As we venture into the layers of his life, we begin to uncover the subtleties that hinted at the tumultuous journey ahead. Meet his parents, Blake and Mary Jo Hadley, aged 54 and 47, respectively. Their names may seem ordinary, but the dynamics of this family were anything but. Behind the facade of the nuclear family lay tensions, disagreements, and a growing sense of discord that would become the backdrop for the unfolding tragedy. Tyler's relationship with his parents was marked by a rebellious spirit, a young man challenging the very fabric of authority that they represented. This wasn't your typical teenage rebellion. It was a profound clash of ideals, a precursor to the storm that loomed on the horizon. The Hadley household was no stranger to friction. Tyler's subtle warnings, expressed through his strained relationship with his parents, were perhaps the first inkling that he was charting a path far removed from the norm. These clashes weren't mere adolescent angst. They were the ominous whispers of a deeper, more profound disquiet. Now let's not just paint Tyler as a troubled youth. His rebellion, in many ways, was a quest for identity, an attempt to carve out his own space in the world. Yet little did anyone know that this quest would lead to a descent into the unthinkable. The name Tyler Joseph Hadley would soon become synonymous with tragedy, but behind that name was a young man wrestling with the complexities of family, identity, and the shadows that lurked just beyond perception. The Unthinkable Act. On the 16th of July, 2011, Lussie County, Florida, Tyler had planned of doing something unthinkable. He was going to stain his home red with his own hands. He had a tool in his possession, which is used to build or mostly break, but Tyler was going to use it for something it wasn't meant for. The tool in question is a claw hammer. As the clock approached 5 p.m., Tyler consumed 3 pills of extract, and when he was intoxicated, armed himself with a claw hammer, and embarked on a journey that would transform his family home into a house of horrors. The scene unfolded surreptitiously. Tyler positioned himself behind his mother, Mary Jo, who was innocently engaged with the family computer. Then, without warning, the tranquility shattered. The hammer descended, and Mary Jo's screams pierced through the air, a haunting prelude to the unthinkable. He hit his mother in the head with that claw hammer, and her mother screamed in pain and agony. Blake. His father, alerted by the scream, rushed to the scene and saw his wife bloody on the floor. He was so shocked and couldn't believe his eyes, wife on the floor and son standing with a hammer in this hand that was covered in blood. Blake found himself in a nightmarish stare-down with his son, weapon in hand. The echoes of Mary Jo's desperate cries for help reverberated through the house, but Tyler had strategically severed their connection to assistance. He had taken their phones already and hid them somewhere, ensuring that any attempt to call for help or the police would be in vain. Blake, in a state of shock, grappled with the surreal realization that the lifeline to safety had been severed. The violent crescendo continued relentlessly. Tyler then started to hit his father with the hammer. He hit both of his parents countless times until they were unconscious. The hammer struck, and the house fell into a haunting silence, broken only by the echoes of unspeakable violence. The bodies of his parents lay unconscious, casualties of a storm brewed within the mind of their own child. Now, the aftermath unfolded as Tyler stood amidst the remnants of his heinous act, hammer in hand. The cleanup became a ritualistic attempt to erase the evidence of the night's horrors. He spent 3 hours cleaning the blood and the mess he made. With a sponge, he scrubbed away the bloodstains, each stroke a futile attempt to undo the violence that had stained the walls. Clorox mops became tools in the hands of a teenager, desperately trying to hide the traces of a crime that defied comprehension. A canister of coffee grounds, normally a symbol of comfort, became an improvised cover to mask the ominous scent of blood. The cleanup extended to dragging the lifeless bodies to the living room, where they were locked away, hidden from the world. This wasn't a spontaneous act. It was a meticulously planned sequence of horror that revealed the depth of Tyler Hadley's descent into the unthinkable. Twisted revelry. After committing an unthinkable act, one might expect shock, guilt, or remorse. But for Tyler Joseph Hadley, July 16, 2011, marked not the end, but the twisted beginning of revelry in the face of horror. Tyler, having meticulously planned the night, had a desire unfulfilled, a party he longed to throw but couldn't because of his parents' restrictions. The act of murder, however, didn't dampen his spirits. Shortly after the chilling crime, he faced the computer and crafted a Facebook post that would send shivers down anyone's spine. Party at my house. His friends, however, were quick to question this seemingly incongruent celebration. They knew his parents were strict, and a party with them home was simply impossible. Tyler, unfazed by the gruesome reality he had just orchestrated, replied with a chilling assurance, "Working on it. Parents won't be home." With a visit to the ATM, cash in hand, Tyler's plan started to unfold. 60 people gathered at the Hadley residence, unaware of the horror concealed within its walls. The party began, with beer pong, cigars, and drinks flowing, a stark contrast to the unspeakable tragedy that had transpired just hours earlier. In the midst of the revelry, Tyler singled out his best friend, Michael Mandel. He took him aside, away from the laughter and music, and revealed the unimaginable truth. He showed Michael the master bedroom, where the bloodstains painted a gruesome picture of what had transpired. The shock and disbelief mirrored in Michael's eyes marked the surreal nature of this macabre revelation. Rumors started to circulate through the party like a venomous serpent. Whispers of bloodstains and unspeakable violence permeated the air, painting an ominous backdrop to the festivities. The morning after, and legal drama. The chilling echoes of Tyler Hadley's revelry reverberated through the digital realm as he, seemingly unfazed by the gruesome crime he had committed, posted about yet another party on Facebook. A sinister continuation of festivities that belied the gravity of his actions. However, the facade of celebration was shattered by a friend, burdened by the weight of knowledge. This friend, recognizing the darkness within Tyler's seemingly jovial posts, made the courageous decision to tip off the police. The revelry was abruptly cut short as law enforcement closed in on Tyler. In the early hours of the next day, the tranquility of Lucey County was shattered by the arrest of Tyler Joseph Hadley. The carefree aura of the Facebook posts stood in stark contrast to the reality of a crime that defied comprehension. Amidst the possessions in Tyler's home, investigators uncovered a disturbing revelation: a set of suicide-inducing pills. It became chillingly apparent that Tyler had planned an escape route, a way to evade the clutches of justice through a macabre contingency plan. As the legal proceedings unfolded, the courtroom became a stage for the unraveling of a deeply troubled mind. The judge, unyielding in the pursuit of truth, accused Tyler of manipulating experts and lying about hearing voices, an attempt to escape accountability for his heinous acts. The haunting discoveries within Tyler's home added another layer to the narrative of darkness. A card from a mental health center, alongside antidepressants and prescriptions for mental health medications, hinted at a tormented psyche. The suicide-inducing pills served as a grim testament to the extent of Tyler's desperation. In the end, justice prevailed, but Tyler's fate was sealed. The verdict echoed the gravity of the crimes committed: a life sentence without parole. The revelry had come to a chilling end, replaced by the cold, unforgiving walls of incarceration. Layers of darkness. As the cold, unforgiving walls of incarceration closed in around Tyler Joseph Hadley, a chilling narrative unfolded, a glimpse into the tormented psyche of a young man whose descent into darkness was as inexplicable as it was tragic. Behind bars, Tyler's behavior painted a portrait of a mind unhinged. He spoke of conversations with the devil and boasted about signing autographs as if he were a macabre celebrity. The echoes of his ominous, self-proclaimed title, Hammer Boy, resonated through the confines of his cell, a disturbing reminder of the unspeakable violence he had unleashed on his own family. He had started calling himself Hammer Boy. In moments of self-reflection, Tyler revealed disturbing details about his relationship with his parents. He spoke openly about beating them, a stark admission that hinted at the profound dysfunction within the Hadley household. His brother, Ryan Hadley, shattered any illusions of familial unity, describing Tyler as a pathological liar. The word awesome escaped Ryan's lips as he referred to his parents, underscoring the stark contrast between a seemingly normal family and the twisted reality that unfolded behind closed doors. The troubled past that shaped Tyler's existence became increasingly apparent. A rebellious spirit, often in trouble with the law, he struggled to conform to societal norms. Previous brushes with the legal system hinted at a pattern of behavior that escalated to a nightmarish crescendo on that fateful July night. The narrative of Tyler's life emerges as a tragic tale, a young man grappling with inner demons, unable to break free from the shackles of his own darkness. The strained relationship with his parents, marked by violence and turmoil, stands as a testament to the profound dysfunction that permeated his existence. Evil in youth. As we explore the intricate layers of Tyler Joseph Hadley's story, various factors come to light, offering potential insights into the reasons behind his perplexing behavior on that haunting night. The specter of growth hormone usage takes center stage in this narrative, not merely as a tool for youth enhancement, but as a potential catalyst for aggression, particularly in younger individuals. The idea that Tyler may have undergone such treatments becomes a pivotal element in deciphering the tumult within his mind. Premature expectations cast a long shadow over Tyler's tale. With older parents harboring hopes for a mature genius wonder child, the clash between youthful exuberance and parental aspirations could have sown seeds of resentment and rebellion. The struggle for normalcy, a fleeting taste of a typical teenage life, emerges as a poignant motive. Tyler, burdened by the weight of parental expectations, may have sought an escape from the suffocating pressures that surrounded him. If you find morbid fascination in the twisted narratives of real-life mysteries, be sure to subscribe to Dark Crimes. Stay tuned for more riveting stories that delve into the darkest corners of human behavior. Click that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and join us on this unnerving exploration into the abyss. Thank you for being a part of Dark Crimes, where reality is often more terrifying than fiction. Until next time, remember, truth is stranger than fiction.